Before today's Marlins game in Cincinnati, a young Reds fan kicks D. Gordon in the shin. Marlins lost the game too, but they did win the series. Welcome to the program, everybody. I'm Steve Shapiro. Drew joins me shortly. The great Tim Reynolds alongside with the latest on the Kyrie Irving trade situation. First, though, you got Irving. You got Dolphins opening training camp. You got the El Clasico soccer next weekend. Which will be the biggest story this week?
That the Jets are already eliminated.
The Jets still suck. Tim's back in less than 2 minutes. It's Sunday night, it's 11:30. This is the Lexus Sports Extra. And we promised to be entertaining. Final round of the British Open. Jordan Spieth started the day with a 3-shot lead on Matt Kuchar. 4 bogeys on the front 9, drops to 8 under. Kuchar birdies 9, and now they're tied with 9 to play. The 13th hole, Spieth hit it 60 yards right. He was in the sand dunes. After a 20-minute delay and a penalty shot, Spieth ends up with just a bogey 5. Now Spieth trails by 1. Then he turns it up on the par 3 14th. He just misses an ace. Over the cup, makes birdie, back tied for the lead. Then on the next hole, this long 50-foot putt for eagle if it goes. Kuchar made birdie, but Spieth leads by 1 shot, 16th. Another long birdie over a 4-hole stretch. Spieth went 5 under. He finished 1 under for the day, 12 under for the tournament. He beat Kuchar by 3 shots. He'll be 24 in 4 days, and he's already won 3 major championships.
All of a sudden, it creeps into your head, wow, you know, I was so confident, and all of a sudden, the wheels have kind of come off everything. And how do we get back on track to salvage this round and just give yourself a chance at the end? I don't know why I can't make it, a little more boring sometimes.
Entertaining. Other notables, Rory McIlroy made a little run today, tied for 4th at 5 under. Ricky Fowler even. Masters champ Sergio Garcia 2 over. World number 1 Dustin Johnson tied for 54th at 4 over. The last major, the PGA, is 2 weeks from Thursday. We're breaking down this Kyrie Irving trade request with Heat beat writer, the great Tim Reynolds of the Associated Press, here to help out. I'd like to someday say I work for the Associated Press. That's impressive to me. The Associated Press, the AP.
It was till about 15 years ago, and then they hired me, and it's...
Oh, wow. All right, from what you know, how sincere is Irving's request, and are the Cavaliers willing to trade him?
Well, I do know it is a sincere request, and it's been going on now for a while, for at least a few weeks. Are they willing to trade him? I don't know how willing they are. I think they see that they may have to. This story just broke in the last few days openly. Cleveland has known for some time that he's unhappy there, that he wants to be an alpha. He and LeBron are not Dwayne and LeBron. It just isn't that kind of relationship. He is going to get moved at some point. Cleveland's not going to have a choice because you have to do all you can to keep LeBron James happy.
So the reports are that Irving listed 4 teams that he would like to go to. The Heat are one of them, Minnesota, San Antonio, the Knicks are the other ones. Are the Heat interested, and how could they make that happen if they are?
Well, I don't think that the Heat are interested, first of all. I think they like who they have. I think they like Goran Dragic. They love Dion Waiters. They can't really move Dion anyway because Dion just signed. And remember, Dion and Kyrie were not exactly BFFs when they were teammates, so let's just get rid of the Heat stuff for now. They could, I mean, obviously you can make any trade work. You can find pieces to make a trade happen. I don't see Miami being involved. And that list, by the way, is utterly meaningless. Kyrie is looking for leverage that he does not have. Now, there's a lot of dots to connect here. His agent is Jeff Wexler, a Miami guy representing Alonzo Mourning. Forget all of that. Kyrie's wish list is exactly that. It's a wish list. Cleveland will move him where Cleveland can get the best deal.
Yeah, he does not have a no-trade clause so they could send him anywhere. Are the Cavaliers imploding?
It sure seems like it. And it's going to be like this all year. I mean, there's already the LeBron to the Lakers stuff. LeBron, tweets out a picture, or Instas out a picture of the arena last week, and everybody goes crazy for a few days.
A beautiful picture it was.
It was a wonderful picture, and that was a beautiful post. I'm sure it was a totally candid shot. LeBron knows exactly what he's doing. Okay, he is putting the pressure on. He is really unhappy about the David Griffin situation. He's unhappy that a lot of promises that he thinks were made to him 3 years ago are not exactly being fulfilled. LeBron is unhappy with a lot of things right now. It's going to end badly. And oh, by the way, they're not better than Golden State anyway. And at this point, LeBron's only about rings.
His GM is gone. The Heat had a rough go in Summer League. They went 4-7 overall. What are they saying about their top draft pick, Bam Adebayo?
They love Bam. And again, don't read too much into that record. They were 0-5 in Orlando. They played much better in Las Vegas. Chris Quinn and his staff did an unbelievable job of getting that group together. That was a very young team, mostly college kids. A lot of other teams had some pro guys, or some guys at least had tastes of the NBA.
Yeah.
They love Bam. They really like what they got. They are super pleased at what they saw from out there. Keep in mind, too, they saw enough. Now, he didn't play much in the last few games. He didn't play at all, I think, in the last couple. They love what they like the work ethic. They really think they got that they got someone who they can build with.
That's good.
Also, too, they like his body type, and that's real big with Pat Riley.
Big guy, strong guy. We only got about 45 seconds. After the NBA Finals, the NBA Draft, the NBA used to go into hibernation. This offseason, though, everybody's intrigued with the offseason. How did it get that way?
Because big deals in the summer used to be $3 million deals. And now James Harden signed for $1.9 trillion. It's a much bigger business now, and that's why it's a bigger deal. There will be a little bit of a break. Pat Riley's on vacation, Heat fans, so you know what? Take your cues from that. It will calm down for the next few weeks. Be ready for training camp in about, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, I guess it is.
Show me the dollars. This man has 58,000 followers on Twitter at by Tim Reynolds. He is the best follow. He's a great follow. And he's the great Tim Reynolds, everybody, Associated Press. And he's got trillion-teen dollars, he does. Love having Tim around. The Marlins got healthy against the lowly Reds over the weekend. They were going for the sweep today in Cincinnati. Tom Kohler got the start. Reds have 2 on. Billy Hamilton singles right. Scott Schebler scores. Stanton throws home. Great block by A.J. Ellis. Nails Tucker Bernhardt. Marlins trail 1-0. Same score in the fourth. Ellis does it in the field. Now he does it at the plate. Solo home run, and this ties the game. We're even 1-1. Bottom of the fourth, Scooter Gannett. Deep to right, Stanton at the wall. He's not very good at this. He jumps up, and he comes back empty. Solo home run. Marlins trail 2-1. Fifth inning, Reds with runners on the corners. Joey Votto back to Kohler. Kohler throws it away, and a run comes in. The Marlins lose at Cincinnati today 6-3, but they take 2 out of 3.
You get a chance to get out of an inning against a very good hitter. Gives you an opportunity for a double play ball. That's a play I have to make. Throwing that ball away kind of deflates the rest of the guys. For me, that was completely unacceptable.
Marlins play at Texas tomorrow. Trade deadline is a week away. We're going to get some music into the program. I liked this story when I heard about it, and now Donovan's here to tell you about it.
Steve, I bet you didn't know the Marlins have a female player. Well, not a baseball player, but one who, on game days, always makes sure her play on the diamond is music to your ears.
91 feet as well.
Every single baseball game, some things are certain. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd,
Wow, is he hot!
and then there's... Well, someone has to get that going, and that someone is Mommy Marlin's in-house organist, Tabby B.
It's pretty awesome. It's very rare. So I think there's less than a dozen in the league.
So what happens when she tells people what she does for a living?
I tell them that I play for the Miami Marlins, and then that kind of gets them like a question mark on their face.
An important part of the Marlins lineup, Tabby's musical hits are some of the most recognizable sounds at the park.
Something that gets the fans every single time. It's very simple. Addams Family. I always enjoy playing Let's Go Marlins. Everybody knows, everybody loves.
With almost 90 keys to her disposal, not to mention all kind of buttons and pedals, this multi-talented musician has to stay in tune on every play.
He just hit a foul ball. I can throw something in there that's 10, 15 seconds long, but if it's something quick, I'll try to throw in a quick clapper.
Not bad for not even being able to watch the game live.
The way the organ is positioned in the room, when I'm facing it, I'm actually just looking at a back wall.
Thank goodness for modern technology. Tabby has a monitor allowing her to see home plate.
And that way I can see the batter coming up to the base, I can see when he's inside the box, and I'll know when I can play and when I can't.
Currently one of 3 women who play the organ for a Major League Baseball team, Tabby B makes a game's timeless tradition pretty hip.
If I'm in a classic rock mood, that's what I'm going to be playing, or if I just listen to some poppin', modern music, I'll probably play like dance music.
And although Tabby doesn't hit home runs, for 81 Marlin home games, she always hits the right notes.
This is my 4th season doing it. I'm going to be doing it for as long as I can. And it's very fulfilling because, you know, I was born and raised in Miami. So to be able to be a part of something that's so, you know, iconic to the city is a big deal.
Well, also interesting about Tammy B, she's 6'1", and when she's not at Marlins Park, yes, she's a piano instructor at the Miami Conservatory
Oh,
of
I'm
Music.
signing up. I'm signing up with Tabby B.
Oh, yeah.
I'm signing up with Tabby B. Donovan Campbell. That's Donnie C right there. We'll take a pause for the cause we got to sell some stuff. Drew's here. He'll talk about the position battles when the Dolphins open training camp on Thursday. And we'll get you ready for Barcelona and Real Madrid next Saturday. Real Madrid play today. You're watching the Lexus Sports Extra, Channel 7. Come on back. Thanks for staying with us. Dolphins open training camp this week. Everybody on the field Thursday morning. Last Friday, Jarvis Landry made it to ESPN. He was scheduled earlier in the week. He missed his flight. He was asked about his prediction that the Dolphins will beat the Patriots twice this year.
You never want to believe you're going to lose, you know, and I think that's been my mindset, you know, until we lose, then we're going to win. I don't care who's on the other side of the ball. We want to win all 16 games, you know, not just against the Patriots.
Extra points.
Drew takes over the position. Are you all Jervis and Nurky football getting going this week?
So excited that we're finally back to NFL training camps. Football, cannot wait. Actually, we have some teams in training camp right now,
That's
the
right.
Cowboys and Cardinals.
And rookies around the league are in. What positions will be decided in this training camp?
Not many. I think the Dolphins have just about every position locked up. The offensive guard spot. Next to Jermon Bushrod, the opposite guard position, the favorite's Ted Larson. That's about it. I think Nate Allen is probably going to be the favorite at the safety spot until TJ McDonald comes back from his suspension. But those are the really only positions in flux. Other than that, the Dolphins are set. Competition will be from within to get better overall.
He's so good with those names. Mike Pouncey missed 11 games last year with the recurring hip problems. Didn't do OTAs at all. Is Pouncey expected at training camp?
I don't know. You know, the Dolphins are secretive when it comes to the injuries of their players. I don't think it's important specifically that he's ready for training camp, but that he's ready for the regular season. Pouncey's got nothing to prove. He doesn't have to make the team or win a job. He doesn't need to, you know, get better. He just needs to be healthy.
Trouble follows Zeke Elliott. The latest is the alleged bar fight last week. What would you tell Ezekiel if he was your client?
Well, I've met him a couple times and recruited him coming out of college.
Yeah.
I think he's an absolute fine young man. This is all surprising to me. I don't get into all the allegations. I'd say, Zeke, be careful what you do. You're a superstar. You have to operate at another level. You know, skirmishes and things like that are completely blown out of proportion when you're a National Football League All-Pro. Be conscientious of that. Watch who you hang out with and take care of your business off the field like you have on the field.
The Dolphins will pay for 15,000 Miami-Dade public high school athletes to have baseline tests for concussions. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it's tremendous. The Dolphins have been very conscientious about getting out in the community and doing things. I think this is great for young athletes. It's great for the sport of football because I personally believe that getting baseline concussion tests really help young men. If you have a concussion, you can really monitor the severity of it and I guess how, you know, what the long-term prognosis is. So this is magnificent that the Dolphins are doing it.
By the way, they want to expand to Broward and Palm Beach counties as well. Quickly, the media picked the Canes to win the Coastal Division for the first time. Will they?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They've never won it before.
You know,
absolutely.
I have a question mark about the Canes at quarterback, which is a pivotal position. But man, everywhere else, they are rock solid. This is a very talented Hurricanes football team, and I agree. They have good football players at every position. If they can get quarterback done, they're going to be one of the better teams in the country.
That would be great. 15 seconds, you got a training camp, a camp tomorrow for kids.
Yeah,
What's it all
two things
about?
I wanted to mention. One, Rosenau Sports does a youth fitness camp tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Gwen Cherry Yet Center in Miami. And I want to mention that Ricardo Lewis from Miami Beach High School, great wide receiver with the Cleveland Browns, he's giving away backpacks And that you can go and check our website out, and we can have information on that. That's at his family church in Miami. So reach out to us at Rosenau Sports if you're interested in the backpacks.
Drew and his guys do this every year. Good stuff. Thank you, Drew.
Very much.
You have just received the view from Drew. Always good. Drew also wanted me to tell you to watch the linebacker position in camp, especially if Koamisi can't play. The Indy cars are out. NASCAR at the Brickyard this week. 14 cautions in this race. 2 laps to go. Leaders 3 wide into turn 3. That's not going to work for Jimmy Johnson. Bumps Casey Kane. Johnson goes spinning. He's in the 48, ends up against the wall. That ends his day. Race goes to overtime. 2 laps to go. Denny Hamlin goes into the wall. Casey Kane crosses the overtime line before the caution flag. Kane wins the race. First win of the season for him and his first victory since 2014. 21st and final leg of the Tour de France. Overall leader Chris Froome needed not to finish to lose the race. He's becoming a Tour legend. Froome wins his 4th Tour de France in the last 5 years. Hey, all the soccer people are in a lather. 2 huge international games this week at Hard Rock Stadium. Wednesday, it's Paris Saint-Germain versus Juventus. And Saturday night, it's the El Clasico, Barcelona and Real Madrid. Madrid played today in Santa Clara, California against Manchester United. Man U in red. Look at the handle on Anthony Marital. Oh, man, cross to Jesse Lingard. Man U beats Madrid 2-1 on penalty kicks. You know what? Forget it. No. I'm not gonna. You always. When's your dance video coming out? Because I want to be first in line for that.
Trust me, if it
Donovan's back.
A lot better than yours.
Stirring up some Campbell's Sports Soup.
Well, this week the CSS has guys flopping, dropping, and going all out for touchdowns without a football. What? We start the soup in the Far East Chinese Professional Baseball League, where this poor umpire got the worst of this foul tip, if you know what I mean. Trust me, every man is feeling his pain. We've seen some pretty cool stuff in the soup, but this may take the spoon. Russian Hockey League, guy on a penalty shot, puts the puck on his stick, and javelin throws it in the net for the goal. Take another look at this greatness. No need for a Russian probe on this shot. I'm a huge rugby fan, especially if I'm not involved. And this is why. Check out my man demolishing a would-be tackler that has Excedrin written all over it. And this is a ridiculous play. Talk about stretching out to make the catch. Ultimate Frisbee at its best. My man goes full extension for the touchdown. Take a look at the remix from a different angle. Got him. And finally, football team trying to duplicate their head coach Mark Richt and his diving skills. They failed miserably. Not 1, but 2 football players looking more like flop ballers. Ha!
No.
I've done some cliff diving in my life, but I'm not doing that. No. And I look a lot smoother than that.
Good video this week, though.
We tried.
Donovan Campbell, everybody. Give us another break. We got more with Jordan Spieth on winning the British Open today. And the Pan American Weightlifting Championships are being held this week right here. We'll see what these lifters can do after the break. And we're back. Jordan Spieth won the British Open. It looked for a while like he was going to blow another lead in the final round of a major. Spieth won the British, his 3rd major championship. He lost a 3-shot lead, though, to Matt Kuchar, and then had to rally with 5 under the last 5 holes to win it by 3. At the 2016 Masters, Spieth blew a 5-shot lead with 9 holes to play. He didn't appreciate the wins as much until he let that one slip away.
I enjoyed it, but I never really realized the significance until you kind of hit a low, hit a pitfall to appreciate the highs so much. And this is as much of a high as I've ever experienced in my golfing life, and I'm going to enjoy it more than I've enjoyed anything that I've accomplished in the past.
Go for it, Jordan. Mike's here. You're into competitive weightlifting. Why aren't you out there?
I will be this Saturday. Thank you for asking.
Well, good.
American Open
Promote
2
yourself.
right here in Miami. But right now, some of the best international lifters are here competing on the platform, and this one event could put South Florida in the running for bigger international competitions. These athletes, pound for pound, are among the strongest in the world. Many of them can lift twice their body weight over their heads.
Some people, they can't really comprehend just the feats of strength that are happening. especially for some of the lighter people putting up the big numbers. It's really impressive.
For the first time, the Pan American Weightlifting Championships are being held in Miami. 280 athletes from 23 countries are here over the next 4 days. Hosting this competition is just the first step of bigger international events like this in South Florida.
We wanted to host this. It shows we're active within the Pan American region. We want to have home field advantage. We want to showcase it to the people of Miami. We want people from Miami to come down and watch, enjoy. Certainly it helps when it comes to the U.S. looking for things like Pan Am Games.
Not only hosting, but recruitment is big in the U.S. Getting younger kids interested knowing this could be your ticket to the Olympics someday.
It's kind of a cool sport because you can do it with other sports. It's not like gymnastics or something where you have to be strictly this. So you could come and take athletes when they're young from other sports and kind of let them grow in both sports and see which one they pick later on.
International companies like Aleco are supporting this sport by providing free training camps targeting the next generation.
We're really looking at how can we work with kids, how can we work with youth, and how can we give them opportunities they might not really have from the beginning.
It's been a resurgence of weightlifting for the U.S. in amongst the world, and the sport is becoming a cleaner sport. This is helping us greatly, and we have much more talent, we have much more interest. It's been a resurgence for this sport in the United States.
In December, Anaheim will host the World Championships, and because Miami held the Pan American Championships, they could be a future host for the World.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Women, they're tough, they're strong. Mike DePasquale, everybody, he's good too. Man versus shark. Stay with us. Not as advertised. Michael Phelps was supposed to race a shark. It was a fake shark. Sharknado, computer-generated video of a shark. And Phelps still lost. We've been had. It's a fraud. Shame on the Discovery Channel. Shame. The Gulf Coast Marlins were no hit today in both games of a doubleheader. Ugh. Big week in sports. Soccer at the stadium Wednesday and Saturday nights. Dolphins camp Thursday. 7 Sports got you covered. I know we're all out of show. For Mike and Donovan, Drew and Tim, I'm Steve Shapiro. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a great night and a great week. Say hello if you see us in the streets. Lights out!